Hello everybody, this is Andrew the Moo, and here we are with more Warlocky goodness. And in the last episode, I stumbled my way, both verbally and physically through the game. At least the first stage of it. And this game is a treat, and I guess that's the best way to put it. It's gloriously bad in a number of different ways, and I can say that because right now I'm doing some post-commentary on this. I am not in the least bit doing anything as far as commenting during this game for one main reason, and that is the fact that while I was commentating, it was more or less just a bunch of screams and aggravation and just overall ill will towards the creators of this game. And yeah, I don't want that. So what I'm doing is I'm doing, obviously, post-commentary, and you can watch me just kind of fumble my way through this. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, and that is the honest truth. And, you know, that item right there is actually something I could pick up. Do I realize it? Do I understand it? Nope. I think I'm gonna... No, I did grab it, but I don't ever use it, as I get nailed. So, like, let's talk about some of the problems of this game before we move any further. This game is, like, ridiculously hard, and I just did that, and okay, so I did somehow figure out that. Okay. You're gonna see a lot of save stating, you're gonna see a lot of me save loading, a lot of edits from areas that are just ridiculously stupid hard. As did I just completely ignore that? The enemies are extraordinarily small. There's instances where you're like, how did I get hit? And you're wondering what's going on. Like the drops of liquid there. How those hurt you, I don't know. It's water falling in a cave. Unless that's like acid or some sort of potion. And see, I don't see it coming until it's too late. And yeah, I'm like, save load. I don't really do a lot of editing in this episode because I don't think this one was terribly that bad. But the game that we're playing is based on the Warlock series, and really and truly this game is a mixture of the first two Warlock movies kind of meshed together into one. The first one deals with a group of monks, if you will, monks that are traveling through time, or at least one particular monk that travels through time in order to stop the Warlock from undoing creation. If I remember correctly, that's how the first one goes. And it deals with a special booklet. Now, the second movie, which was released around the time of this game, deals with the gathering of 6 gemstones. And guess what? You've got 6 gemstones. And so, like I said, but in the second movie, you don't have you do have kind of the monk order, but it's more or less 2 teenagers that are trying to defeat the Warlock. Whereas in the first movie, it's a reporter and a time-traveling monk. So, yeah. The rules are different. In fact, the creators of the movie series have purposely stated that the first 2 movies are not connected other than with the Warlock. And there's a third movie that I've never seen and likely probably won't waste my time on. But it's, yay, we died. It's more or less not connected to the first 2 as well. So, yeah, I mean, that's just the way they did it for some reason, is none of the movies were really connected together. So anyway, again, that's kind of what you get with this. As you can tell, I did figure out how to do the, how to do the spells. Up and the start button is how you would do that. As I keep getting waylaid by things. But again, that's the way this game works. And see, I couldn't see what was below me, and just out of nowhere, that spider just comes and hits me. because the game is like, yeah, that seems fair. There are a couple of things I do like about the game that I will kind of take the time now and probably later on as it goes through to say, hey, these are things that you guys did good. I do, for the most part, like the visuals, like the background, the foreground, things of that nature, although they do get extremely repetitive as I play through this game. As you will see, we will see a cave like this at least on 2 other instances as we die. So at least 2 other instances, you get to see something of this nature. Now, if you're wondering why I keep save stating and save loading at this point, the reason why is you only get 1 life in this game starting out. And it wasn't until much, much later that I came to the realization, oh wait, you can actually earn lives as you go through. It's like these big blue, they look like big blue glowing balls of fire. I did not realize that, and so throughout most of the game, you're going to see me save stating, save loading, and things of that nature, mostly because of the fact I'm thinking I've got 1 life. And if I've got only 1 life to live, I am not about to restart this game. Because it's ridiculously hard. Apparently you can't kill whatever those things are, or at least I never could figure out how. There's a bat above me, though. But you see me at various points throughout this Let's Play moving slowly, because this game is very cheap in the way that it does things. Also, I think the other reason why you'll see me at various points with like 1 bit of health left, you'll see me just going, okay, I have no health, and you'll never see me really update it. And the reason being is because of the fact that despite you having a number of health potions, which is again one of those things that that you see constantly throughout this game, I was always nervous that I would end up not having a way to refill energy, and the game just going, alright, guess what? You're dead now. Because again, you see moments like this, it's like really cheap what it does to you. You get attacked by a bunch of bats, you get attacked by the spiders, and what they're wanting you to do is to figure out and kind of play around with the spells, again, something that's not actively spelled out to you in this game. And so because of that, I died. Because it's not spelled out to you, you're going to go through this and you're going to kind of play and go, alright, I can do this, and the game's going to quickly tell you, no, you can't. And it's just the way that it was designed. Thankfully, we've grabbed our 2nd stone. Being the fact that this Let's Play is 11 episodes long, there are a lot of instances where we have just level after level after level and no stone. Had this been 6 levels long, it would have been a lot better of a game. Beyond the garden, in the castle of the wizard, lie 2 more stones. Yeah. So we're going to be spending a great deal of time in this castle. Be wary, for the garden is not all it seems. Yeah. And so we're now in stage 3 of this game, and we have 1/3 of the stones we need. There are 15 levels total in this game, so I want you to bear that in mind. 15 levels, 6 stones, 11 parts. This game, not quite what it's cracked up to be. And so what you'll see here, you know, I'm first of all trying to figure that out. That glowing blue flame that I didn't realize earlier, that is a life. Had no knowledge of that earlier. Now I do. And we're going to play around here, and we're going to try to make our way forward. And the jumping mechanics in this game, The controls, period, are not fun. And I found out that you can fall to your death. It's just great stuff. Had I not killed that bat, I would have actually been able to get the diamond, the life, and all that all over again, but whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. Yeah, I'm like, where'd it go? You killed what dropped the item for you, cow. So you're done. You're lost. Good day, sir. And so now begins a lot of the real annoying parts of this game. As if the whole thing's not just annoying, period. I've got full health. And again, you know, it's one of those things, I will admit, because I've watched some Let's Plays of this, if I had taken the time to practice this game, maybe things would be different. But at the same time, like, games shouldn't be one of those, like, yeah, in order for me to be able to play this, I've got to play it and get good. And bear with me when I say this, because I know some of you will probably say something like, Dark Souls, Call of Duty, insert, you know, game here. I get what you're saying, but what I mean is games during this period of time weren't like Dark Souls, where you had PvP, weren't like Call of Duty, where you had PvP, you know, PvP and things of that nature. This is a game that was one player. It should be pick up and play, not pick up and master every single element to the point where you can masterfully use every thing that the game has available to you. And again, if I had been paying attention, I probably could have jumped the guy and not be at one bit of health. But again, the controls to this game are very, very bad. Once I get to the point where I actually know what I'm doing, it's not going to improve things. There's one thing I haven't realized yet, and I think I will realize it soon. I could have actually grabbed that with the use of my handy-dandy stone. Alright, we're going to run forward, and the archer is come alive. Ooh, spooky. It's been ages since I've seen Warlock, so I don't remember if he does anything like this in the movie itself. But I know it happens here, and so we're stuck on both sides, being attacked by the Warlock and the archer, and we die. And I'm just wanting to show, like, now I understand I'm not good at the game, alright? But, like I said, there's just nothing really intuitive about this game, nothing that makes it fun, nothing that would make it enjoyable. It's just way too difficult. In fact, that's the thing that was said about it from game reviewers, is that for all the things that it got right, like I said, I like the backgrounds, I like the foregrounds, for the most part. And I'm going to say for the most part, I liked the music. See, I even tried to jump him, and I couldn't jump him. Like, I jumped into him, apparently. For all the things that the game gets right, it gets so much wrong. I'm trying to jump him, but he's like too... He seems to be like a pixel or so too tall. And it's like, I've got to jump in the exact way. And if I don't jump properly, I'm going to die. That is way too hard. And granted, I know there are speedruns of this game, and I have seen where individuals have speedrun this game, and there's a time or two where I actually watched a video of someone playing this game. Why? Because of the fact that, you know, ow, you can't get too close to the Warlock. And dead. What I'm trying to say is the game shouldn't be the way that it is. It shouldn't be like, if I had gotten this as a child, I probably would have broken the cartridge. As an adult, I want to break the cartridge. And yes, I own this game. I have the cart. I you know, can pop it into my Genesis and play. This is something as a child that if someone would have given me this, or if I had rented it, I probably would have taken it back the next day or the day of and just said, no, I don't want to play this. I I did learn something about this enemy, is that he aims at your head. And so if you duck, you know... But again, like, most children who are trying to play this game, and you see me, like, testing out my hypothesis, it's like, now, wait a minute. I can do this, and I can survive its attack. I can hit it with the stone, and I can survive its attack. And so, you know, I was able to figure that out. But again, like, I don't know if... See, this game came out, I think, in 92, 93. So we're talking about 8, 9-year-old Moo would have been able to figure that out and been like, hey, this is good. I figured it out. No, Moo would have been like, I hate this game. I hope it dies. But that's what the you know, again, the reviewers were saying, is the game is extremely too difficult. It does some things good. But that's about it. So yeah. With that, we now enter into the castle. We tumble into the castle somehow. And you see me moving to the right there, because that is one thing that I've found very prevalent as I play through it, is that in many instances when you start a stage or go to an area where on the left side it seems like there's a wall, you're gonna want to check up on that, because of the fact that more often than not there seemed to be a an item, something that you know, health or something of that nature. Yeah, just leave that guy alone. Leave him alone, Moo. Alright, just no. Yeah, although if you stand on that for too long, you die, even though that's going to become one of your major modes of transportation in the castle. Yay. And we're about to get shellacked by some knights. And we just do beat this guy. So, like, later on, we're going to end up seeing a great host of enemies, but now we're going to end the episode. So this has been Andrew the Moo, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.